Joey Bishop, Connie Stevens, Michael Landon, Nanette Fabre, Charlie Weaver, Paul Lynn, Wally Cox, Abby Dalton, and Buddy Hackett, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here is the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the nighttime edition of the Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars.
Hello, Peter.
We have a good group, per usual, on the Friday night shows. We have Joey Bishop from the Joey Bishop Show. That makes sense. Buddy Hackett, who stars at the Sahara Hotel on Saturday nights at 2:30. And Paul Lynn, you're doing the summer series, the Dean Martin Summer Show. That's great, Paul.
Thank you.
And a goodly group, Michael Landon, Nanette, and Abby, Wally, Charlie, two very attractive game players. First, let us welcome to the Hollywood Squares, Judy Howell.
Hi.
Hi, Judy. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
You're a first grade school teacher.
That's right.
You met your husband while walking down the aisle at a mutual friend's wedding.
That's right.
So romantic. How long you been married?
Just 8 months.
Well, good. This fellow looks like Christopher George, the guy on the Rat Patrol. This is Chuck Boyd. Welcome to Hollywood Squares. Chuck.
Good to be here.
Traveling salesman.
That's me.
That's you?
Peddler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're engaged to be married, but you haven't set the date yet.
Not yet.
All right. Good luck on the show, both of
Thank
you.
you.
And we'll get to our first game in just a moment and be back to play Hollywood Squares right after this message. Hollywood Squares, for the first time, the object of our two players is to get 3 stars in a row, either across, up, and down, or diagonally. It is up to them to figure out if a star is giving you a correct answer or making one up. That's how they get the squares. Every game is worth $300. In addition, in our first 2 games, we play for the secret square. If either Judy or Chuck pick the secret square and they are correct, this is the prize they will receive in round 1.
An exciting trip around the world for 2 via TWA, who feature foreign accent service on selected flights in the USA. Try a pinch of Italy or a taste of France. Fly in an English pub or a Manhattan penthouse. You'll be up, away, TWA.
A pinch of Italy. Don't get arrested, but let's show the home audience the secret square. I understand that Miss Circle won the toss backstage. That means you will start. Good luck to both of you. Judy, pick a star.
Oh, I'm going to start with Michael Landon.
Michael, that means Bonanza has been canceled. No, you are the secret square for a trip for 2 around the world via TWA. Remember, only you can win if you're wrong. The prize will go over to our next secret square game. Special envelope for this. Got it right here. Let me see here. Of the classic movies of all time, still rerunning, is All Quiet on the Western Front. In it, Lou Ayres meets disaster as he reaches out of his trench for what? A flower, a butterfly, or a girl?
A flower.
I'll agree with you. Oh, please.
No, a butterfly.
Oh.
Very poignant scene. Say, don't fret. I tell you why. The secret square was not won, so in our next game, we'll add the trip to the new prize. You could win them both, Judy.
Okay.
X gets the square. When you are incorrect, your opponent does get the square unless it gives him 3 in a row. So, Chuck, a break for you, sir.
Wally Cox.
Wally, when your hair is, when is your hair most likely to fall out? In the summer or in the winter?
Well, certainly tonight, and then again in the morning. What do we have here? Springtime, Peter.
I need the summer or the winter, sir.
You need them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your hair is most likely to fall out when all of your surface processes are speeded up under the warm conditions of summertime.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll agree with him.
Just like the other animals. And the next gets that square. Judy Howell, first grade teacher.
I'll go to Buddy Hackett the block.
If you were spending the winter in a dormant state, what would you be doing?
I'd be in Mississippi. That's it. Well, if I was in a dormant state, I'm the only one that you know human that can do that. I would be hibernating. A dormant is inactive, just laying there like, I think I do that most of the time.
I'll agree with you.
Put a circle there. He is correct. Chuck?
Charlie Weaver.
Yes, Hugh O'Brien.
Hugh O'Brien. I said Christopher George. Say,
wish
one
I
of
were.
history's best-known painters signed his paintings with a butterfly. Another butterfly question. Who was he?
Who was he?
Yeah.
He was the same guy that would want to paint his father, but his father went out, so he painted his mother instead. One of our students at my art school did the painting.
Oh, I see.
Whistler.
I will agree with you.
I'll put an X right there. Take a look, Judy. Several ways to play this.
Gee whiz. I think, Paul Lindeblock.
In what state was Abraham Lincoln born?
In what state?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like all of us, naked and screaming.
Paul, you got a 43 on the laugh meter. That means you win the trip around the world.
Illinois.
I agree.
Kentucky. X does not get the square. We'd give you 3 in a row. The third one you must earn yourself. Several ways to win it. Take a look.
I didn't know that.
Paul Lynn to win.
All righty. Why was Daniel thrown into the den of lions?
For jaywalking in Jerusalem.
Must have been working at Metro.
For trying to overthrow Herod.
I disagree with you.
Because he refused to worship pagan gods. X gets the square. $300 for Chuck Boyd. $300 for Chuck, and incidentally, the player,
Jerusalem.
the player who wins the most cash during the show gets a special bonus prize. You'll see that later. Now, let's begin round 2. This is the prize for another big secret square. Hang on.
Yes, it's a new 1968 Pontiac Firebird. Enjoy wide tracking the great American sport in this new 68 Pontiac Firebird convertible, where beauty, power, and thrilling performance are yours to command, plus the trip around the world for 2 via TWA.
Show the home audience the secret square. Joey, having another fun night on Hollywood Squares?
Can I ask what may be a rather personal question?
Certainly.
I haven't appeared yet on this show, and if I don't get to appear, can you take some of the other we did and insert it?
All right, well, yes, we'll cut them in, all right? I want to thank you very much. You talk about our show on your show all the time, and we certainly appreciate it, Joey. Thank you. Mr. X will start the round. Chuck Boyd.
I'd like to bring Joey Bishop onto the show.
That's something.
Oh, wow.
Joey, this is for a trip for 2 around the world via TWA, a 1968 Pontiac Firebird, and that's what this fella could win
Be there,
right now.
baby.
Oh.
Special envelope. The questions are...
What will you settle for right now?
Connie Stevens.
Connie Stevens, no.
You want to sit up here and let me sit down?
Come on down.
Okay, this is it. This is for all the marbles. Mary Martin became famous by singing My Heart Belongs to Daddy. In what Broadway musical was it? Was it Leave It to Me, One Touch of Venus, or Anything Goes?
I believe it was in One Touch of Venus.
I agree.
It starred Victor Moore and William Gaxton. It was Leave It to Me. You did not win the Pontiac or the trip around the world.
I guess it's me.
Come on, Connie.
But we have 2 tickets for you and Connie Stevens to go to the Joey Bishop show.
I'd rather have that anyway.
All right. Say, win some money now, okay? Circle gets that square. Judy, you're looking for $300.
Yes, I am. Paul Lynn.
All righty. The famous short story, The Gold Bug, was written by what famous author?
It's gotta be Charles de Gaulle. I think the scary guy, Edgar Allan Poe.
I'll disagree.
He's right. X gets the square.
Oh.
Break for you, Chuck.
Connie Stevens.
Who played Anne Margaret's father in the film Bye Bye Birdie?
Oh, dear. I remember him very well. Dick Van Dyke.
Got a laugh?
Yes,
see.
I disagree.
You know who it was? Take a guess.
Not Dick Van Dyke.
No, it wasn't. Good. It was Paul Lynde. Paul also starred in the Broadway production with Dick Van Dyke, Sheeta Rivera, Dick Gaudier.
And Margaret's mother?
Father! Abby, I'm gonna... Abby Dalton! I can't take you anyplace. All right, Judy.
Old enough to be her.
I'm sorry, did you concur with Connie? I believe you did. Oh, then, sir...
No, I disagree.
No, he disagreed.
Oh, all right.
So he won.
Judy?
Gets it. Michael Landon to block.
To block Michael Landon to
Oh,
block?
I'm so scared.
Well, that's why you have to take a look. We have to go to Michael for the question. What Oscar-winning movie starred Albert Finney, Hugh Griffith, and Susanna York?
Tom Jones.
I'll agree.
Put a circle right there. Chuck?
Buddy Hackett.
Buddy Hackett to win, $600. Joe, Polly, Muff, and Dr. Robinson are all characters in what classic American novel?
Tom Sawyer.
I disagree.
Tom Sawyer. Circle gets the square. Judy, how?
Wally Cox to win.
Judy is
It was
really
Aunt
howling.
Polly, right?
Do all birds hatch from eggs?
Not jailbirds.
Why, yes. Why would they break with tradition?
Judy?
Do all birds hatch from eggs? I'll agree.
Good. You have $300. We have a tie game.
Thank you.
Say, incidentally, if the show should end in the middle of a game, we'll give our players $50 for each square they have on the board, which is very important because it will count toward their cash total and the big bonus prize at the end of the show. Clear the board. Miss Circle will start the round.
I'll start with Charlie Weaver.
All righty.
What popular American is the subject of a new biography titled The Big Swinger?
Dean Martin. Dean Martin.
I'll agree with you.
Edgar Rice Burroughs, famed author of Tarzan. Good timing. X gets the square. He's the big swinger.
I'll go to Joey Bishop.
I want to thank
You
you,
again,
for,
Joey.
I want to thank you for forgiving me. Really.
He could have disagreed, Joey. That was his alternative. People who live in New York are, of course, New Yorkers. What do you call people who live in Connecticut?
Connecticutians.
I disagree.
Connecticuters. Put an X there. I always called them commuters, but that's all right. Say, we'll be back. We'll be back with more of the Hollywood Squares, Joey Bishop, Buddy Hackett, Paul Lynde, and the rest of the gang in just a second. Game going here. It's a tie game right now. The one with the biggest cash total wins a bonus prize. It's Miss Circle's turn.
Buddy Hackett to block.
If you were winding your bobbin, what would you be doing?
Go.
As an ex-upholsterer, that's an easy thing for me to know. The bobbin is a little bitty thing, fits inside the sewing machine, and while you're sewing it, rewinding thread that you can put underneath to make your loop stitch with.
I'll certainly agree with you.
That's right. Circle gets the square. Chuck?
Let's go to Wally Cox this time.
The record albums entitled Rubber Soul and Revolver feature what famous recording artists?
The Rolling Stones.
Chuck?
I agree.
The Beatles. Mr. Music did it again. You hear the moan from our youngsters in the audience? Circle gets the square. Judy?
Michael Landon to win.
For $600. In 1847, Captain Hanson Gregory earned a place in history and immediate fame with his invention. Was it the hole in the donut, the twist in a pretzel, or the fluffiness in a marshmallow?
I hope he had enough guts to say what it was. What was it again? His name was...
Hole in the donut, twist in a pretzel, fluffiness in a marshmallow.
Oh,
Captain.
twist in a pretzel.
I'll agree with you.
It was the hole in the donut. These and other informative things you may learn on the Hollywood Square. Put an X right there. Chuck?
Let's go to Connie.
Connie Stevens for $600. What is usually served in the hollowed top of a steak tartare? Not tartar, tartare.
The hollow top?
What is usually served in the hollowed top of steak tartare?
Oh, that would be a raw egg.
I agree.
X has $600. Chuck Boyd, congratulations. Clear the board. Start another game. Mr. X, you'll start the round. Going for that big bonus prize right now.
Let's go to Wally Cox.
For how many years does the law require an individual to save all papers concerning his income tax return?
Years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Until death do you part.
Forever and ever, then.
Only forever.
I disagree with that.
None. There is no law, but it's a smart thing to hold on to them, I'll tell you that. He disagreed. X gets the square. Judy, how?
Connie Stevens.
The Double Life of Henry Fife was a television spy series. Who played Henry Fife?
Oh, that was a very clever comedian. Red Buttons.
I'll agree with you.
That's good. Put a circle there.
Thank you.
Charlie Weaver.
What country has not been successfully invaded by a foreign army since the 11th century?
What country?
Mm-hmm.
Sweden.
I disagree with that.
England. X gets the square. Judy?
Paul in the block.
Paul, if you cook chunks of onions, tomatoes, peppers, and lamb all together on a long stick, what would you call it?
I heard that, but it's Omar Sharif.
You would have Omar Sharif? Well done.
I hear the ingredients again. Don't help me.
Yes, onions, tomatoes or tomatoes, wherever you're from. Peppers, lamb all together on a long stick. What would you call it?
That's shish kebab.
I agree with you.
A shish kebab. Circle gets the square. Let's caution the audience not to yell out the answers. Right on the stick here.
I will go to Buddy to block.
In Greek mythology, the handsome youth Narcissus had many women in love with him. According to legend, whom did he love?
Me.
I didn't know that.
He was in love with his own self, and he was looking in the water, and he saw his reflection, and he swooned, fell in the water, and drowned. He was in love with himself.
You're right.
And he was terribly pretty, yes. Put the X right there, I guess.
Today he's known as Eddie Fisher.
Judy?
Michael Land in the block.
Which is larger, Mexico or the United States? Which is larger, Mexico or the United States?
That's a toughie.
United States.
I'll disagree.
Mexico. Circle gets the square.
Joey Bishop.
Joey Bishop to win $900. What do beryl, hazel, and amber all have in common?
Beryl, hazel, and what?
Amber. What do they all have in common?
They are all colors. I don't know if that answers the question, though.
Well, let's find out.
Well, I'd say they're all colors.
I agree.
They are all colors.
Yep.
X gets the square, $900. Very, very good game. Clear the board. We'll start another round, and with this circle, you're looking for $600, Judy.
All right, I'll start with Charlie Weaver.
In Peter Pan, how did Captain Hook know when his arch enemy, the crocodile, was chasing him?
Well, he could smell him first. And he sensed him because he had bitten off his hand. He had a hook. And he could hear him going lap, whap, whap.
I'll agree with you.
No, he heard an alarm clock ticking in the crocodile's stomach.
Good heaven.
Yes.
Time on my stomach.
X gets the square. Chuck.
Wally Cox.
Playing the corners. In dots and dashes, how would you send the message SOS? Let's break it down to dots and dashes, Wally.
Let's see. Dot, 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 dash, dash, dash. Dot, 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 dash, dash, dash. They never make you stop. You can keep doing that all day. S-O-S-O-S-O-S-O-S-O.
I think he's right. I agree.
3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 dots, 3 dots, 3 dashes. Yes, it could go on forever. X gets the square. Judy Howard.
Paul in the block.
You're standing on your big gun and hanging 5 while you look for a dumper. What are you up to?
Go. Worse.
I think that's that killer sport surfing, I think.
You're correct.
It's
I'll
a
agree
killer
with you.
spurt. Yes, put the hit circle right there.
Joey Bishop.
Joey Bishop, the upper right-hand corner. Every piano has 3 pedals. One of them sustains the tone. What do the other 2 do?
Could I say colors like I answered before?
Well, you could, but I don't think it would make much sense.
Oh. The center pedal, you said what?
Well, one of them sustains the tone. What do the other two pedals do?
Well, the center pedal sustains the tone.
Yeah?
I don't know which is which, but one of them softens and one of them makes louder.
I agree.
X gets the square. He is correct. Judy.
Buddy Hack at the block.
If you were dining in a restaurant where there were strolling musicians and they approached your table, would you be required to tip them?
You just give them a little salad. You put it in their pocket. No dressing, just a little mayonnaise.
Nothing fancy.
No. You're not required to tip them, but if you request something, if you request a tune and they play it, then you would give them something. And it's referred to as busking.
I'll
but
agree.
You're not required to tip them.
I'll agree with you.
You're not required to, but if you request something.
Best thing to say is get out of here.
Yeah, get out.
No.
Circle gets the square.
I'll go to Abby Dalton to win.
Abby Dalton to win. Abby, this is for $1,200 for Chuck Boyd. Symphonic arrangements call for many different sounds. What instrument would be used if the music called for a tinkle? It's only a half-hour show, Abby.
Just raise your hand.
And I know that. As a matter of fact, you won't believe this, but that is the only musical instrument that I play. And that's
What is it, Abby?
We believe it. Even my 2-year-old John can play that. It's a triangle.
I agree.
Any John could play it.
Put it next up there. You have $1,200. There are evenings when it is not easy. Clear the board. X starts the game.
Paul Lynn.
All righty. Paul, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle all lived in what city?
Athens.
I agree.
X gets the square, and we'll be back with more of the Hollywood Squares. In just a moment is up. You know, Nanette has been with us all evening. Nobody asked her a question. I'm going to ask you a question, Nanette.
What?
How did you like the show?
I thought it was funny and it stunk.
Say, this is resume time. Judy, you had a shot at that trip. You missed it, but you have one game for $300. Chuck over here missed the trip and the car. Wow. You have 4 games for $1,200, 1 square in the final game. Total cash, $1,250. You're the big cash winner, and here's your bonus prize. Listen.
It's Whirlpool's Kitchen Group, a self-cleaning electric range with large capacity oven and high-speed adjustable broiler, a 14 cubic foot no defrosting refrigerator with separate temperature controls, and a top-loading dishwasher featuring 2 speeds to carefully wash finer things. A Whirlpool kitchen makes meal preparation a pleasure.
Chuck said he needed you have it, I tell you. Say thank you, stars, it's been fun. Made the best job in television, I tell you. Don't miss the Hollywood Squares next Friday night, also daytime at 11:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Central Time. Peter Marshall saying good evening and thank you.
As a memento of the show, each contestant will receive a home version of the Hollywood Squares game. Our reference source for questions and answers is the 20-volume 1968 edition of the World Book Encyclopedia, containing more than 12,000 pages, representing the work of 2,500 consultants and contributors.
There was 2 of them. One was all red. They took all my condiments. The relish, spicy mustard.
The red one, crazy hair, cartoon teeth.
Yeah, big googly eyes.
It sounds like the whammy, all right. Ask any questions?
Yeah, he said, who played Bob Newhart's wife in the Bob Newhart show? I said, Joyce DeWitt.
Wrong. Suzanne Plachette. No wonder he took all your money and covered you in crazy string. Next time, yell big bucks, no whammies.
Watch out, it's back. Whammy, the all-new Press Your Luck, weeknights at 10 p.m. only on Game Show Network.
Whammy, I got one right over there. Wow, look at the size of that purse.
This program has been pre-recorded.